Julius Caesar came, our lives have not been our own. He burned our land, killed our sons and carried off our women. He humiliated our leader, the great Vercingetorix, bringing him in chains back to Rome. And at Uxellodunum, our last stronghold, he cut off the right hands of our warriors.
Here they come, Marcus Fabricius. Caesar Augustus's legions, now beginning new lives as merchants and farmers in the midst of this Celtic wilderness.
But with the help of the gods, Babonia will soon rival any city in Gaul and reflect the glory of Rome herself.
As long as the Celts keep the peace and do not plague us with their mischief.
And if they do, they shall feel the might of Rome yet again.
Ah, Turia, you are here. Come, let us greet our citizens, as befits the new leader of his community and his gracious wife.
Gaius Valerius was one of Augustus Caesar's greatest generals. And when the emperor honored him with leading the founding of this new colony in Gaul, the general so honored me, a humble military engineer, with the task of overseeing its construction. I only hope I can prove a worthy architect.
Build it strong, Marcus Fabricius. It is our first line of defense if we are ever threatened.
Though he's laid down his sword, Gaius Valerius still thinks with the common sense of a general.
Careful, you fools! Careful! Careful!
The esteemed Licinus is himself of this land. He had been Julius Caesar's slave, then Caesar freed him. Now, he's procurator of all Gaul, representative of Caesar Augustus himself, and a figure of universal respect.
The insufferable low-born slug.
I hope you have a better set of plans this time for me to bother coming out in this heat.
I trust you will find these satisfactory. Marcus?
My slave, Lorenz, was a gift from Gaius Valerius, demonstrating, I'm sure, his great esteem for me.
As in every Roman town, Babonia will have an orderly arrangement of streets and blocks that will lay out nicely along the river. Here we have the forum, the market, the bathhouse, and the basilica.
And here's the one you specifically asked for, Procurator. A theatre for the entertainment of the populace.
And you make certain my statue is prominently displayed? Above the stage?
Oh, yes, certainly. The sculptors are carving it now.
Personally, I'm looking forward to the time when we can build an amphitheatre for our gladiators and have some real drama.
Well and good. But the city's first priority must be houses. I trust you are making your assignments with the proper people in mind.
We have saved you a prime plot within the city, as well as a large estate in the hills beyond.
I should hope so. I also trust you are now enlisting the aid and goodwill of my native people in your efforts to build the city.
Yes, my engineer Marcus Fabricius is paying a call on the Celtic leader Acco Buviex tomorrow.
Acco Buviex had a formidable reputation.
Wonderful neighbors, these Gauls. Not everyone would think to put skulls in a doorway.
They're from my father's time. We haven't done much of that lately. Now, what is it you wish of me and my people?
Acco graciously extended the courtesy of his house. Before long, we were able to strike a bargain. He would provide a sufficient number of skilled craftsmen, and they in turn would receive a year's free use of the Vabonia docks. Now your fine ironwork will be seen all the way to Egypt. and merchants will come from far and wide, offering you trade. Echo also introduced me to his lovely daughter, Aidan, of whom he is most proud. She has a proper and gratifying respect for her father, and if she were only a Roman citizen, she might make a fine wife.
Father, I think you like having the Romans here.
I do not like having the Romans here. When I was your age, I fought the Romans. But that was the past. We have to look to the future, and like it or not, the future is with Rome.
Not everyone agrees with you.
You're not speaking of the Druids, are you?
And if I am?
You had better not be mixed up with the Druids. Did you hear me, Aidan Bouviax?
Romans spanned the sacred river. Now they are destroying our way of life. All of our gods are angry. We must never forget what has been done to us.
With Echo's help, construction of the town has progressed rapidly.
The bridge is burning! The bridge is burning! The bridge is burning!
Bring the horse to
Okay!
What a terrible accident.
Yes.
Perhaps it was no accident at all.
Perhaps you are mistaken.
Let us hope so. For everyone's sake.
There has been so much progress in Vabonia, I can hardly believe only a year has passed. We're experimenting with reservoirs fashioned out of concrete.
And what exactly is concrete, Marcus Fabricius?
A mixture of stone and cement, which can be molded to any desired shape.
Extraordinary.
It was demonstrated to me by an engineer from Rome. A wooden support is erected, and brick reinforcing arches are constructed over it. The entire structure is lined with flat bricks and wooden forms, and then covered with this concrete. When the concrete hardens, we will repeat the process over and over until the entire reservoir is complete. It can be molded to any shape, yet will retain the strength and solidity of stone, at a fraction of the weight and cost.
What will the Romans come up with next?
Many people live in completed houses. And for the first time in my life, I have a house of my own with all its comforts. And this garden in the back lets in much sunshine and takes advantage of the cool breezes.
One could get lumbago from these drafts.
Lawrence, you are always complaining.
Praise the household gods. He always provides me with ample to complain of.
Someday, when I can afford it, I shall have a proper slave. With my new elevated status in life, I can partake in luxuries I could only dream of up till now. And Gaius Valerius has invited prominent Gauls to use the new bathhouse, donated by their exalted countryman Licinus. It certainly was generous of Licinus to build this bathhouse.
Licinus is always generous with other people's money.
What do you mean?
He has taxed all the Gauls to ruin. But since this does not affect you Romans, perhaps you do not care.
But Licinus must have a plan.
Yes, to become rich. Make no mistake, I have seen his kind before. He would sell out his own people if it would...
Echo Bouviax, my humble master, Licinus, requests the honour of your presence in Marseille 2 days hence, at the 3rd hour after dawn, together with General Gaius Valerius.
See? There you are.
When the fox invites the rabbit to dine, the rabbit should first know the menu.
And therefore, I shall require 2 months' additional taxes from everyone.
Have we not already paid through the year?
That is an interesting point. As the month called December means the 10th, we will add 2 more following it to fill out the year. Of course, in the spirit of harmony, Roman citizens will contribute as well.
That is preposterous.
It is not preposterous if I say it is not.
Surely you cannot mean...
Surely I can mean as I wish. Do not forget yourself, gentlemen. I am Licinus, Procurator of Gaul, the representative of Imperator Caesar Augustus himself.
I tell you, this new tax will not sit well with my people.
Nor with mine, but they will only grumble. You must deal with your countrymen to keep the peace.
Though I am a chieftain, I do not command the loyalty of all.
Such wanton destruction! That's such a great act of generosity. What could it mean to break off the right hand? Who would do such a thing?
Perhaps they who have had it done to them.
But now we all have peace and opportunity under Rome.
Not all the Celts feel that way.
Aidan.
The Druids certainly do not.
The Druids, they hide in the woods and pray to trees. They're all living in the past.
Look, I'll see you tonight. Second hour after sunset.
Yes.
And if perhaps your daughter is not otherwise engaged...
My daughter will be pleased to accept your generous invitation. What?
Set one more place for dinner.
Oh, of course. Why not? Let's have 20 more. No, 30. What's Caesar's army doing? I'm sure there's a garrison that hasn't eaten.
Just one moment. I'll see to the delay.
Believe me, Master, I want this to work even more than you do.
What are you talking about?
To impress the young lady into marrying you, heaven help her.
Who said anything about marriage?
I've seen the way you regard her.
I could not marry her. She's not a Roman.
You'd best marry someone, or I shall die of exhaustion. And then you'll have to do your own work.
You're not overly burdened.
I'm a slave. You treat me like a wife. Oh, of course. Why not? Rain. Let me through. One side, please. So much for your vaunted water system.
What are you talking about?
There isn't any. Water from the mountains running to every house. I knew that idea wouldn't work for long.
You say Licinus cut off the water to all private houses? But why?
With the lack of rain, unless there are conservation measures, soon there will be a shortage. So those who require it may now purchase their water from the central reservoir. My servant will collect the money.
This is tyranny. He is bleeding us dry.
Well, Marcus, what do you say of your friend Licinus now?
Licinus is indeed a snake.
Gaius, you must tell Caesar Augustus. You supported him in the civil wars, and he is known to be loyal to those loyal to him.
I will write to Rome this very night.
Augustus receives many letters. You must go to Rome. And take with you a citizen to bear witness, so it will be clear this is no personal argument. Someone honest and without guile.
I know just the one.
It's a tremendous honor that Gaius Valerius has asked me to accompany him to Rome, but I cannot imagine being in the presence of the great emperor himself. Though a citizen of the empire, I had never been to Mother Rome herself. And nothing could have prepared me for the spectacle. We attended a chariot race at the Circus Maximus.
I knew you should have bet on the red team.
I I have been to gladiatorial matches before, but none as thrilling as the one in Rome.
I knew you should have bet on the one with the trident.
The next day, we journeyed to the residence of Augustus atop the Palatine Hill. I was surprised by the modest scale of the emperor's house.
Gaius Valerius, my loyal friend, and citizen Marcus Fabricius, you have acted with the public spirit befitting all true Romans. Go with our thanks, and next month, during our tour of inspection in Gaul, you shall have our decision.
It was the best possible news. The emperor would address our problem when he came to Gaul. I know we will have a satisfactory outcome.
Your faith is reassuring, Master.
Stories came back to us that Caesar Augustus met with Licinus in Marseille.
And what have you to say to these charges, Licinus? There are rumors that monies collected in my name have not reached my treasury.
I have gathered this money purposely, great Caesar, to construct a temple on Vabonia's Forum dedicated in your honor.
And so, for his good work, Licinus was promoted back to Rome as the emperor's official food taster to protect him from poisoning. Here, his formidable Epicurean skills can be devoted to the public good.
With the taxes removed, now perhaps we can run our lives and businesses in peace.
I hope my wife will like the linen I brought from Rome. That woman has such high standards. Rain and lightning from a cloudless sky? Look there. Blackbirds circling in the wrong direction. I don't like these portents. Let us get back to the villa. These woods are not safe at night.
Insulted our home, our family, and the dignity of Rome.
These Celts will soon see they are no match for the power of Rome, not the Druids, nor all of Gaul.
Gaius Valerius was as good as his word. His measures were swift and harsh, not only against Druids, but against all the Gauls. Jacobuvius was sent to labour in the quarries, an example to his countrymen. Now I see no hope of bringing our peoples back together.
By the spirit of Vercingetorix and all who have fallen for Gaul, we will be avenged! The mighty Augustus is coming to Vabonia, but he will not leave! We will be avenged! We will be avenged!
From all reports, the progress of Augustus through Gaul has been most triumphant. But for me, there can be no rejoicing until we are all...
The daughter of the Celtic chieftain.
You must help him, Marcus Fabricius.
But what can I do?
You say he is your friend.
But I am powerless.
What? You want to see Caesar?
Tell him it's Marcus Fabricius, that he received me in Rome.
So, you wish me to pardon this Celt Acobuveix?
If you please, great Caesar. Acco has committed no crime, and I know this gesture on your part would do more than all of Gaius Valerius's harsh measures.
What's this all about?
He's to be released.
On whose orders?
Caesar Augustus himself.
Oh, Marcus, you were wonderful.
I am in your debt, Marcus Fabricius.
We each must do what we can.
Yes, we must.
And tomorrow, in the Forum, when he makes an offering at the temple, that is when we shall strike. And in recognition of the loyalty and bravery of your daughter, I bestow upon you and your family the full citizenship of Rome. From this day hence your name shall be Gaius Julius Acco, and you shall be known as Julia.
What's wrong with Aidan?
Now that she was a Roman, I was free to ask her to be my wife. Julia, now that you are...
And Marcus Fabricius, in recognition of your loyalty and splendid achievement in the building of Verbonia, I hereby appoint you supervising architect for all of our new cities on the Phoenician frontier.
Congratulations, Marcus. Good work.
Now that he was a Roman citizen, Acobuveix moved from his hilltop to my house in town. In recognition of the great honor accorded me by the emperor, I granted Lawrence his freedom and a modest pension.
That'll buy me a villa in the south of Gaul. At least I don't have to go to Phoenicia.
Oh, Marcus, I wish...
And so do I.